Rent a room. Turn unused space into extra income in 2026. What if that unused room in your house could potentially become an additional source of income? One simple idea is renting out a spare room to a suitable tenant, student, working professional, traveler, or other occupant depending on your location and the type of rental arrangement you're allowed to offer. You don't necessarily need to own a huge property or build a separate house to explore this idea. If you already have a suitable unused room, the space itself may have rental value. But before putting up an advertisement, there are several things you need to consider. First, understand what type of rental you want to offer. A long-term tenant can provide more predictable occupancy but may involve a longer commitment. A short-term stay can potentially generate more revenue per occupied night, but may require more cleaning, communication, guest management, and compliance. The best option depends heavily on your local demand, property rules, and personal situation. Location is extremely important. A spare room near colleges may appeal to students. A room near offices or industrial areas may attract working professionals. A property near tourist attractions, hospitals, transport hubs, or major events may have different types of demand. But don't assume that high demand automatically means high profit. You need to compare expected rent with utilities, maintenance, cleaning, repairs, furnishing, taxes, platform fees where applicable, vacancy periods, and the value of your own time. For example, if you receive raw $10,000 in rent but spend raw $2,000 on additional utilities and maintenance, your actual income is not raw $10,000. You also need to consider the effect on your privacy and lifestyle. Renting out a room means another person will be sharing part of your property, so clear boundaries are extremely important. Decide in advance whether guests are allowed, what areas are shared, quiet hours, cooking arrangements, parking, smoking rules, pets, cleaning responsibilities, and payment dates. Put important terms in a proper written rental or occupancy agreement that complies with local law. Never rely only on verbal promises for a long-term arrangement. Tenant or guest screening is also important. Depending on local requirements, you may need to verify identity, references, employment, or other relevant information, and complete required police or registration procedures. Don't collect unnecessary sensitive information and handle any personal documents securely. Safety should be a priority for both you and the occupant. Make sure the room and shared areas are reasonably safe, electrical systems are maintained, locks work properly, and emergency arrangements are understood. If you're considering short-term rental platforms, check their current host requirements, fees, cancellation policies, insurance terms, and local restrictions. Platform coverage should not automatically be treated as complete insurance protection. You may also need to check whether your homeowner agreement, apartment association, landlord, mortgage provider, or local authority permits the arrangement. If you're renting the property yourself rather than owning it, don't assume you can sublet a room without permission. Get the appropriate consent. AI can help you estimate rental scenarios, create room checklists, draft questions for potential tenants, organize expenses, and compare different pricing assumptions. But AI cannot replace a legally valid rental agreement or professional legal advice. Always verify local rules before accepting tenants or guests. Another smart strategy is improving the room without overspending. You don't necessarily need luxury furniture. A clean room, comfortable bed, good lighting, storage, reliable internet where appropriate, and a safe environment may matter more than expensive decoration. Take honest, high-quality photographs and clearly describe what is included. Never misrepresent the room or hide important limitations. Pricing should also be based on the local market. Compare similar rooms in your area, consider what facilities they offer, and adjust for your property's location and condition. Don't choose a price simply because you need a particular amount of money. The market ultimately determines demand. Renting a room can potentially create recurring income from an asset you already have, but it isn't completely passive. You'll still have to handle maintenance, communication, utilities, tenant issues, vacancies, and compliance. The biggest advantage is that you may be monetizing space that would otherwise remain unused. Start by researching your local rental market and regulations. Calculate the real net income after all expenses. Decide whether the impact on your privacy and lifestyle is acceptable. Then create clear rules and use a proper agreement. Your spare room isn't automatically a money-making machine, but if there is genuine demand,